Welcome back to Uncovering Female Narcs, and this video is going to be about Rose, the last few days, almost week of her behavior. And I just want to add that she's going up a little bit more more rapid than the other women, simply because she's posting way more. She's posting way more manic type things that I can actually dive into as far as narcissism goes. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. So I always have to say this because Rose always just shoots and say, oh, those people that are talking bad about me and the things I do are haters. They're jealous. They want my man. Oh, they don't like interracial relationships. Oh, they don't like my hair. Those have been all the recent things she's been saying, and it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the behaviors that you're displaying in front of a huge platform and your children before your platform, because you're making these videos, you're doing these things right in front of your children. Narcissists don't like, the main thing with narcissists is a narcissist will not say, yeah, I'm a narc. Or some will, but most don't. And Rose is one of the ones that don't. And so the way that you break down a narcissist, because a few commenters were saying, oh, everybody has some narcissistic traits, and which we do. We're human, so nobody's perfect. So yes, people do have narcissistic traits. You become a narcissist when you hit 5 or more. Just to break that down for people that are confused about how that works. So, the main things that I want to point out about her is her self-centeredness. She is very self-centered. No matter what she says about, oh, this is why I moved my boys to Hawaii, bottom line, she made that move, like she said initially, because she was going through a postpartum depression. That video might be taken down. If I can find it, or if I have anything in my storage of it, I'll upload it. However, she already said, yes, I was feeling a postpartum depression feeling, and so I booked a flight to Hawaii to take my family on vacation. When she went on live, she even spoke about that. She said, I do not feel right. So yes, I just booked this expensive trip. Didn't plan it or anything, just booked this expensive trip to take my family to Hawaii. So that's the first thing we want to get into, because why would you take 4 boys across the ocean away from both sides of their family? Why would you do it so abruptly when they didn't have a chance to say goodbye to any of the people that they knew where they were from? Not to mention how many times they've moved. They've moved from Nevada to Atlanta to Ohio to Arizona and Hawaii, and they're all young. Like, I know there's families that grow up with moving. There's, military families that move from station to station. But in those instances, 1, either the reason is understood, or 2, they're going to be traumatized. Military kids, yeah, they have to move. However, yet they're still traumatized. Okay? Those children end up growing up and not having those forever friends, lifelong friends, growing up somewhere and knowing your area. It's a lot to that. Not only that, she left a lot of important things as well. We're not even going to get into it because it's a lot that you could talk about this move. However, Rose making this move was very self-centered of her. The way she did it is what makes it even more worse. It's sometimes not what you do, is how you do it. She could have gave them time to say goodbye to all those boys that they used to play with. She could have done it much better. Second trait we're going to get into is, look at him. Oh my gosh. Anyways, second trait we're going to get into is going to be exploitive. She's pretty much exploiting her family and doesn't care how she's exploiting them in order to be huge on this platform, and for this to be her main source of income, she's willing to put them in any type of light, any type of way, all the time. Exploiting the boys, usually in clothing that's either overworn, too small, or oversized. The baby is normally unclothed. Just exploiting the children in all shapes and forms, whether they're sick or whatever. So she's just going to exploit them. If it means making money on YouTube, no matter what shape, form, or fashion, she's going to do it. So that's the second one. We're going to go on to the third. Exploiting the children in overworn clothes, unclothed, oversized clothes that are too small, just in any shape or form. They could be sick, doesn't matter. She's going to exploit them if it means money. And that also can be the third one as well, which would be lack of boundaries. She has no boundaries when it comes to her children, and her children are an extension of her. She has no boundaries of herself as well. She went on live explaining how she felt about Brett coming home, running around, moaning and groaning, as well as the other live where she exploited and had no boundaries with their sexual life as far as what they do and how they do it. So those are three traits right there. We're going to get into the fourth. The fourth and fifth traits are combined. Is going to be attention-seeking and passive-aggressive behavior, because like pretty much the whole swirl of content that she's been making is attention-seeking, and then it's passive-aggressive. When she started posting her marriage was over, she came right back to media saying, hey, nobody can take my husband. I'm the best person he's ever been with. Really passive-aggressive towards his ex-relationship. She seeked the attention by saying the relationship was over, then got passive-aggressive by saying, well, hey, you shouldn't be with my husband anyways because he's done this, that, and the third to me. And that goes back to the lack of boundaries as well. Just a whole narcissistic ball of circus behavior. Okay? She's attention-seeking by posting rage bait. And then when people have reactions to it, now it's, oh, I have to get a team. Oh, people are attacking me. Disclaimer, I have no idea who's been calling her or, stalking her Airbnb locations, her real estate. That I do believe is a little far-fetched. Whoever is doing that, when it comes to safety, that is a family with children. I do not agree with that. So I just want to put that out there. If that's true and what's going on with people calling their phones, finding them, posting different pictures of their addresses and stuff, that is a whole different ball game. That is actually putting their safety in jeopardy. You're trying to put fear into them in some shape or way, and I don't agree with that. I just wanted to let that be known on this post since we're in that part of the video right now. Rose and her family have no reason that they should have to deal with people calling their phones, finding their addresses and things like that. That's a big no for me, and I will be praying on that, because that is not what we want to come from this, is them to be in danger in any kind of way. This is just pointing out a content creator who is now built a platform that is huge and is spewing out negative content, triggering content, and things like that. Anything that is jeopardizing their safety, we don't go for that. Not here. So we're going to dive into the sixth trait, which is going to be... The sixth trait for Rose is going to be validation, because she full-fledged seeks validation through media. She'll get on here in a depressed mode, and as soon as people start speaking down on her, she'll go back on there and say, hey, I'm beautiful. Hey, I'm this. Hey, I'm that. And it's like, you don't have to seek that. You have a husband. You are married. It doesn't matter of course, you don't want to be looked at as bad to the public eye. However, it should not matter to anyone. Posting herself with Brett and her best friend on live, also seeking validation that she is okay. She wants the world to perceive that she has these two huge men involved in her life, so she has nothing to worry about. And that's not something that she has to prove to us at all. She didn't even have to tell us that she's making a team. It's all about validation. This is the first part. I'll get into the second part later because this is very, like, she's just intriguing. Very, very drawn out narc.